Shalom, family. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory to who it truly belongs to. Yeah. Oh, Salaki. Salaki. I want to give all power and glory to who truly deserve it. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Yahweh is the Most High God. Yahweh Shai is who the world and he calls Jesus the Christ. Rakakwadash in the Paleo Hebrew is the Holy Spirit, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who've been ruling well through the Spirit, teaching and believing in the Most High's word. Lord willing, they could continue to push and bring forth 100% of Most High's doctrine to the best of their ability. And a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect that are scattered four corners of the earth, teaching the Most High word and believing in it. Lord willing, they can continue to be sincere, and Lord willing, the Most High put the Spirit upon them to endure until the end. And shalom to the Akwathium that are believers of his word. Lord willing, you can continue to pursue to be a loving and silent and virtuous wife. Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that is not in the faith. Um, the title of the lesson, faith, I really kind of forgot, but basically going into faith is going to measure your distance. Faith is what's going to get you to endure. Faith is what's going to get you to the mark. The mark is your Hawashai. The mark is your crown. The mark is the kingdom. The mark is getting dinged up, scarcely saved. The mark is uh, uh, the doctrine, getting the understanding of the right doctrine. The 100% of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. What is the mark? Getting out of this captivity. So your faith is going to measure your distance. Your faith is going to strengthen you. Your faith is gonna help you overcoming your flesh, right? And not faith in a basketball game, not faith in getting this money, faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, faith in his truth and his doctrine, right? This is Hebrews 11th chapter, which I really wanted to read and dissect before I even bring it out, but it's just something just keep bringing me to to Yahushua and faith. And I was just watching a brother's YouTube video where, what did it say? It said, I forgot the title, but basically he was going into how Babylon is finished. And there was a sister that had to sacrifice a meal, either breakfast, either lunch or dinner, just so she can pay rent. So she had to sacrifice eating one of the meals, either breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Is either lunch or breakfast. She had to sacrifice and probably eat 2 meals a day. And then eventually it might come that she might have to only eat one time a day, is because you got to think our rent been going up ever since minimum wage went up. Especially in Buffalo. You remember when you was able to pay 400, 500, 600, 800 in rent? Most cases you paying 1,000 unless you're in a facility that's going income based. Faith is going to be the key. Food is rising. Now we keep hearing of freaking cloned or processed beef, chicken, beef, or is swine flu or bird flu going around that cows got it, chickens got it, so on and so on. That now they're trying to push Bill Gates food into these industries, man. Faith is your key. Yahushai is your key. Hebrews 11:1. Salaki, I want to get this in the NLT too, right? Because I even want to get hit with this, man. Because I want my faith to increase too. You know, we all need Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We all do. This is Hebrews chapter 1 in the KJV. It says, now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. In the NLT, faith shows the reality of what we hope for. It is the evidence of things we cannot see. That's what faith is. You know, Just like you, man, I got faith I'm gonna get $1 million. You don't see $1 million in your bank account. You don't see it in front of you, but you have hope because you believe in that hope and that faith that it's there. I'm gonna get it. It's like 5 steps away. It's a year away. In a year, I'm gonna have 1 million. And really, your hope will drive. That's why I say hope will measure your endurance. Faith will drive you to that mark. Before we finish on the Hebrews, just because I keep saying that, let's get Philippians chapter 3 and verse 13. No, 14. Salaki, it says, I press towards the mark for the prize of the high calling of the Most High in Hamashiach Yahushai. So we're pressing towards the mark, which is in Hamashiach Yahushai, our mediator. We should be pressing towards the mark, towards our mediator, right? That's why your faith is always aiming towards Yahushai. Brothers is mad that brothers are speaking about Yahushai so much. You niggas is gospelite. Dealing with Yahushua knows that your spirit and your mind is occupied in prophecies. That's how you measure Yahushua coming. Not saying he's coming in a week. He's going to be here in a year because no man knows. But through these prophecies, through these signs, that helps us measure the time of Yahushua coming. Right? Let's go to wisdom. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 9th chapter, verse 1. And he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before. Only way you're going to measure the time if you have faith in the time, right? Your time is dedicated to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and if you dedicate it to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, your faith will draw you to measure it out. Get the measuring tape. In the spirit, you are measuring your steps. In the spirit, you're measuring your days. Right now, we in Tuesday. Me and my brother's about to be teaching in 2 days, basically. Literally, me and Asher, my brother, Lord's willing, is going to teach on Thursday. That's in 2 more days, man. Matthew the 24th chapter, days is getting short for the elect. Got me feeling like I'm working towards my mark. I am a man of the Lord. I feel that I am a prophet, maybe of a lower stature, but I'm working towards the mark where it can be solidified that all of us, even myself, will know that I am the elect, right? So you got to be diligent when you measuring out the time daily. You don't want to be a person that's always trying to take breaks from your job. I'm about to take a vacation soon. Yes, I take sick days, right? But I'm not every week trying to get a day off or I'm going to call, I can't make it. And I was just telling myself, Lord, please allow me to be able to analyze, TV shows, movies, how people move in my life, how I move. Please allow me to see things in the spirit so it can motivate me to go even harder. Please let me see some things so I can rebuke myself. That's when you examine yourself, you are rebuking things that can be contentious or things that's not accurate. You got to rebuke yourself. Let alone, you can be looking for a lesson and then you found it, and then now that brother rebuking you. You wanna feel corrected, because we want to aim to our prize. Like the one brother said, he said, you want to see Christ in yourself. Why you think Enoch got banned? Why you think Elijah? Because they were trying to be a reflection of Yahushua. Enoch fully believed in Yahweh Shemashai, just like Elijah. Being in this thing is really being jealous for the Lord, and then even being on yourself. You got to be jealous even at yourself because your flesh sometimes will creep unaware, So back to Hebrews 11 verse 2, it says, for by it the elders obtained a good report. In the NLT, through their faith, the people in days of old earned a good reputation. Oh, wow. Let's go to another classical memory. Y'all might not even know where I'm going, but it's okay. I'm going to tell you. This is 2nd Maccabees, the 6th chapter. This is... Okay, I'm going to start at verse 23. It says, but began to consider discreetly, and as became his age and excellence of his ancient years, in the honor of his gray head, whereon was come, and his most honest education from a child, or rather the holy law made and given by God. Therefore he answered, and accordingly, and willed them straight aways to send him to the grave. For it becometh not our age, said he, in any wise to dissemble, whereby many young persons might think that Eleazar, being fourscore, 84 years old, and 10, 80 years old, and 10, so it's really 90, were now gone to a strange religion. And so they, through mine hypocrisy and desire to live a little time, in a moment longer, should be deceived by me, and I get a stain to mine old age and make it abominable. For though for the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men, yet should I not escape the hand of the Almighty, neither alive nor dead. Wherefore now manfully change this life. That's not what I want. Okay, here we go. Verse 28. And leave a notable example to such as be young to die willingly and encourage for the honorable and holy laws. And when he had said these things, immediately he went to the torment, right? I want to see if it's another one. So 31, it says, and thus this man died, leaving his death for an example of a noble courage and a memorial of virtue, not only unto young men, but unto all his nation. So to all Israelites, Shalom, Shem Yawalad, or the priests of my congregation, Shalom, Shalom, Yahweh Shemashai, Barakatham, right? So when you look in the NLT again, Hebrews 11:2, through their faith, the people in days of old earned a good reputation. So Eleazar is, that motivation is, see, that's the spirit. Just brought that out. Bring it out again. Eleazar, that little report is going to encourage the elect not to take the MOTB. Faith. We have faith in Yahweh Hashem Al Shai, faith in the certain situations that happen before us and the situations that happen in this time, that we're going to lean onto those to be able to endure to the end. You understand? Right? He brought out the same precept, Philippians 3:14. I press towards the mark of the prize of the high calling of God in Hamashiach Yahushai. Your prize is in Hamashiach Yahushai. It's better to be a gospelite. It's better to be a Bible thumper for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because your prize is in the Son. Hell yeah, we gonna worship Yahushai because my prize is in the Son. My wisdom and knowledge is in the Son. My faith is in the Son. My power is in the Son. Understand it. My kingdom is in the Son. My salvation is in the Son. My everlasting life is in the Son. Your light is in the Son. The way is in the Son. The light is in the Son. Right? Right. The prize is at the door. Right at the door. You know? Let's go back to Hebrews, man. This is why you want to follow what Yarmayan always say this in the elders, man. We stepping in other men's labors. Before Elder Tahar, you had Abba Bibas and Masha. Before them, you had the people of ancient time, in the time of the after Yahushua, let's say John the Revelator and the other apostles, and then Yahushua, then before them, 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 then before them. We are standing in other men's labor to pave the way for whoever is coming in now. You know, brothers paved the way for me and my brothers to come in. Even if Yarmayan was a step ahead of me, I came in and came in and came in and came in and came in. Men paved the way for us to be able to understand this, man, through faith. That's why, bro, when you come in this thing, you don't have to make up your own doctrine. You get to analyze and let the spirit pull you to Sakari, HOI, ISUBK, or to a solid, raw understanding, which is 100% truth that I see. I see. Your eyes might not be able to see, but Great Millstone is bringing it raw 100%, the whole volume of the Bible. You can't go to them and think that when you ask a question, you can't get an answer. They're going to answer everything that you need, man. And then the craziest thing, they'll keep dropping the same video for you. to be edified, because there's always new sheep that come in. There's always brothers that might not have this breakdown. They're going to make sure you got it. You know? Faith. Hebrews 11, verse 3. Through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God, which is Yahushua, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. You know? Yahushua made these things out of just thin air. But it's because of the power the Lord gave him, he was able to make things just off of his thought, off of the notion that Yahweh wanted him to move off of. Right? First, before we dabble in somewhere else, let me just get a precept, just following the first verse and the second verse, because it all is going to line up with each other. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 24, real quick. It says, for we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doeth he yet hope for it? So the men of the Lord is hoping for things they don't see. You niggas is hoping for things you do see. I see money. I might not see the money in my hand, but I see money because America is a money-based industry, corporation. Yahushua is a faith-based ministry from the beginning of the Bible to the end. You didn't walk with God, but through the Spirit, you did walk with God when you were in the truth. Me and you don't see God, but you do see God when you see a man abiding in the Lord's work. Ooh. Oh my goodness. I'm seeing the Lord in a man that's doing the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because if you do the will of the Lord, you are a reflection of his ministry. You understand? So the Lord framed everything by the word, which is Yahushua. Let's go to Psalms, the 33rd chapter. Psalms 33 and verse 6. It says, by the word of Yahweh were the heavens made, and all the host of them by the breath of his mouth. The Lord gave the information to Yahushua. Yahushua spoke it, and it came. But when Saul told David, give me 100 foreskins of the Philistines, David got it, but who ordered it? Saul. So Saul is the one that ordered it. So by his hand, by his word, it was ordered. David did it. So it's going to be accounted. It was done by Saul, but David did it. Yahweh is the Father that creates everything, but Yahushua is the one that created it. Because Yahweh gave the order, Yahushua. So really, technically, when you look at it, the Lord is the one that created everything, because he the one that had it in his mind. He's the one that had the thought process of doing this, but he created Yahushua in his wisdom and his power, and Yahushua knew what the Lord wanted. Go to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7 and 8. It tells you wisdom knows the things that are right in the law. It knows what the Lord wants. That's why it says wisdom was there when the Lord made everything, because when you really look at it, Yahushua abides in the Lord. That's why Yahushua said, it's not me that does it, it's him that sent me. So when Yahushua made everything, it was the Lord that made it, because Yahweh abides in Yahushua. When you come in the truth and you serious, the Lord abide in you. When you're doing lessons and they're edifying and they're truthful, that is the Lord working through you to build another Israelite, regardless if they receive it or not. That's why when you go in the unicorn, it's the Lord that does it. This is why that's why even sometimes when I used to do lessons and I didn't say in the name of the Lord, you have a brother in the background, yo brother, you forgot to say in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This is why we say it, because before we teach, we want Yahweh Shem Yahushai to flow in this. In the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, I'm about to bring this out. In the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you're going to be edified. Right? So St. John 10 and 19, I am the door, by me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved and shall go in and out and find pastures. Right? And brothers go in and out to watch videos, and that's really the Lord planting that seed in you to go watch videos. That's the Lord planting the seed for you to get built it up. And then you turn around and then somebody say something. You're like, yo, that's crazy. You just said that. I just watched the video and I understand it. Hey, no, the Lord said this. The Lord be putting us in situations to go feed his flock. The Lord put us in situations so when you hear a lesson, you'll hear somebody else going over it or somebody bring it up, and that would be confirmation that that was true. Like if I've said something to my wife and if she was watching the video, she's like, yo, babe, y'all singing the same thing. That would give us confirmation that the Lord will give you confirmation that you're in the right spirit, that you're in the right understanding, that you're in the right step, that you're pressing towards the right mark, you know? So Hebrews 11:3, you could go to St. John 1:3 and 2 Peter 3:5. But I'm going to read verse 4, and I'm going to have to go back to work. But it says, by faith, Abel offered the Most High a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous. The Most High testified of his gift, and by it, he being dead yet speaketh. Right? So when you look at it, the Lord is dealing with order, righteous and unrighteous. It always been here since the beginning. And when you look at, I'm just going to say sidebar, man, the Lord be making some beautiful people on this earth. And I'm just looking at me in the camera, chocolate. Yo, you Israelites, man, if you don't think that you are the salt of the earth, you mistaking yourself. And I want you to know, you Black Latinos and Native, you are so beautiful, right? Even if we ugly, we are beautiful. Now back to the point. When you look at Adam and you look at the serpent was symbolic to unrighteous, and Adam was symbolic to righteous. That's why when you look at Cain and Abel, it just happened again. Righteous and unrighteous. The unrighteous killed the righteous. And in that time, when they were bringing up sacrifices, it was always symbolic towards Yahushua. That's how you know Yahushua was putting gems of himself in the scriptures. So when Abel got a sheep, that's to show you the Lord loved blood. And that sheep that he was bringing was Yahushua in the spirit. Then later on, what happened again? You get Isaac, then you have Ishmael. Ishmael is a unclean nation, really, which would be considered unrighteous. And Isaac is the righteous that was called a chosen seed. You know? And then who got on the sacrifice table? Was it Ishmael that was born first or Isaac? It was Isaac that got on the sacrifice table. And what is Isaac? Isaac is symbolic to Yahushua. That's why when you in this ministry, it should be in your best interest to be about Yahushua. You should be about the mediator. You should be about your father. Not the father, but your father. You should be about the Alpha and Omega. The Ancient of Days abide in the Alpha and Omega. Yahweh is the Ancient of Days. Yahushua is the Alpha and Omega. You know? Yahweh is the Ancient of Days Father. And Yahushua is the Father of all creations. You know? Yahweh is the Father of time because he's the Ancient of Days. There's no time compared to the Lord. Nothing created Yahweh. And you must have faith. We must be like Abel, preparing a righteous sacrifice. What is that? Yourself. But you have to be purged to be that righteous sacrifice. You know, you have to be worthy to do Passover. So you have to be worthy to serve the Lord. You know, purge all that uncleanness off your temple to come serve the Lord. And you want to know what is unclean? Being lazy. Being unprofitable for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, being self-centered, you know. But Lord willing, this was edifying. You know, I'm sorry, I got to go. You got to go back in the plantation. But other than that, Lord willing, this is edifying. Your faith is going to measure you closer towards the mark, which is Yahushai. If you are not trying to get near Yahushai, you might as well just stay the fuck away from me, my brothers, my sisters, because you're in the way. But Lord willing, this is edifying to the hopeful elect that's working on their faith. Brothers and sisters, we still got more running to do. But keep running. With that, I'm going to say shalom.